what's up everybody, welcome back. I'm gonna go over some of these parts. I figured I'd save you the time. I went through all the parts bins and checked everything out to see if there's anything worth a crap in there. Supposedly there were some rare brands in there, some Alpina stuff, this, that, and the other. Turns out there's a couple extra set, well, one extra set of tail lights. So got these tails. There's a set of those. There's a set of front headlights. Probably not really worth anything, to be honest. I've got a couple of these Motronic deals. I don't know if this is a set. I'm assuming it is. I assume this is probably a set if I can get it in the frame. But some Motronic stuff. The big find, and that I kind of knew was already in here, are these 100% legit DTM mirrors. So these things might be up for sale. They obviously need cleaned up, but they're in pretty good condition otherwise. Just paint to your preference. There's one little spot here on this one. It's got some scuffs and stuff like that, but not a ton of stuff messed up. And the other find is this Startec, yeah, Startec smoke tail, but it's just a right. That's all I have. I don't have the left one. He said he thought there was both in there, but there's not. There's one small spot over here. I don't know if it'll focus. But there's like one small kind of crack over there on that corner. Probably wouldn't even see it, honestly, if you put it in. But also got extra set of just normal E30 power mirrors. Hi Tana. Look at that. Just out here riding her stuff in. Not gonna be able to hear anything I say. Alright, sorry about that. We got a couple the weave caps. That one's not in very good condition. This one's in better condition. I've only got 3 of those. And then I don't know what brand this is, but it's get the whole thing in the picture. It is the like single arm wiper that goes in the center. So might put that in the build. I don't know yet. That's it outside of we gotta get figured out what the diff is that I have. It's supposed to be the stock diff out of the 318i, which should be, I think, 397 geared. I'm not entirely positive, to be honest, but I was wrong on the transmission as well. It's a GetRag 240. It's basically the replacement transmission for the M42 that I have. And sorry if there's a bunch of like wind noise and stuff. Apparently someone nabbed my dead cat that goes on my microphone to cut down on any kind of wind noise. So I don't know what or if this is gonna sound good, but let's head into the house and we'll talk some more about what we're gonna do. Alright, so we're back in the house. Went over the parts. Honestly, there wasn't as much as I was expecting. I was told there were quite a few parts that were rare. I looked through some of the bins when I was over at his place, but he said he had other parts and bins in the basement. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I don't think I overpaid really for the car. It's clean. There's not really any rust or anything on it, but it's completely in pieces. Not sure if the engine even runs yet. So we'll figure that out hopefully in the next week or two. You have certain expectations for things, and they don't necessarily work out, but I still got a plan for the car. I think we're gonna try to get a hold of an M50 engine, probably something fairly cheap that doesn't have a lot of like damage or anything to it, but high mileage, I don't care. We're gonna go through it and kind of rebuild it and revitalize it anyway. Still debating on whether or not to turbo it. Kind of wanted to do an M62 V8 build, but I just don't think it's going to be worth the time, effort, and money compared to what we can do with an M50 swap. I'm not looking to make huge amounts of power. I'd rather stay on the side of semi-decent fuel economy and then have a decent tune, maybe a couple different maps depending on what type of ECU situation we go with. I have to look into a lot of stuff still. So if any of you guys have any recommendations on M50 build type stuff for turbos especially, tunes, things like that. I know there's a lot of extra parts and pieces that we're going to have to get. Still debating on whether or not we're going to do a 5-lug swap or stay with the 4-lug. I know we're going to upgrade the brakes to the RX-7 front brakes and then keep the rears, but if we do 5-lug swap, then we can upgrade to the M3 rears, and I'm not sure about the fronts then. I don't think we'd probably stick with the RX-7. I think we could do the M3 E36. I can't remember. E34. I don't know. I think it's E34. I can't remember, to be honest. Kind of tired, kind of bummed, trying to think straight. But either way, whatever generation that is after, I think it's E34. Yeah, I think it's E34 M3. So we'll upgrade to those brakes if we do the 5-lug swap. But like I said, I don't even know if we're going to do that. It's such an extra cost. I don't really know if it's worth it or not. I mean, wheel-wise, it would be nice because we could run a bunch of different wheels other than some 4-lugs, but I don't know if I really care about that at this point. I want to get the car running and going, but yeah, I don't know. I'm debating on whether or not to use the DTM mirrors. I think I want to try to find a Startec left rear and keep those and put those in and pull the clean OEM non-smoked set out and just sell those. I know for a fact the M42 and the Get Rag 240 that's in the car will be up for sale. We're going to test everything first, make sure it works. I know the transmission probably needs a clutch from what I was told from the previous owner. He has it slightly separated right now because of that issue. He was trying to see if it needed a new clutch or it was a throwout bearing or whatever. But I suspect it's probably going to need both at this point because the thing's been sitting for 17 years. So, take that as you may. I think that's it as far as plans. History on the car. The guy bought it in, well, let me look. I've got the title right here. So he bought it in September of 2000, and it's a 91. So he bought it when it was 10 years old from the original owner, and then after that he's had it since September of 2000. I think he drove it for like 2 or 3 years. They owned a BMW shop that they did a bunch of performance modifications and stuff here. And I don't know, he said he's built almost 100 probably E30 different builds for people that he did over a period of time. And then after owning that car for a few years, they swapped in, I think he said, an S52 into it, and it was all built, so it was pretty rad. And then he swapped something, or I think he blew that up. I think he said he blew that engine up and then put something else in it, build it, or no, he had an M42 in it. He built it up, turboed it, ended up blowing that up, brought it back to the shop, swapped an S52 into it, built it up, had it for like a month or two in there, I think. And then a client came in and wanted basically an engine built exactly the same way as what he had built for that S52. So they just sold him that engine and transmission, pulled all that out, swapped it into his car, took his engine and transmission, it was an M42, and swapped it into this car that I have that's currently what is in it. He said it had close to like between 30 and 35,000 miles on the car, and he didn't run it very long or very much after they swapped that in. A little backstory on the car, little plans for the car, showed you some of the parts that we got with the car. I think that's pretty much it, honestly. There's a lot of stuff I have to do still, obviously. I'm gonna go hopefully next weekend, or well, this upcoming weekend, and get a steam cleaner from one of my buddies and use it to clean the carpets and try to figure out what I'm gonna do for seats. I have no idea. Like, I have one passenger seat, it's fairly well cleaned up. I might throw a picture of it in here. The rear bench seat looks okay. I don't have a driver's seat, so I'm debating on selling the passenger seat that I have that's pretty clean and just putting in a different set of seats and dyeing the carpet black, dyeing the headliner black because it's almost in perfect condition, and then dyeing all the door panels, door cards, everything else in the car, upholstery wise, well, seat wise I guess, and door card wise, like a saddle brown color, and just doing it all black and saddle brown interior with the black, well, it's not black, it's oh god, diamond, it's technically diamond black. It's like the metallic pearl black, Diamante Schwartz, diamond Schwartz metallic is what they call it. I think it'll look pretty slick. I gotta borrow a rotary, or yeah, a dual action polisher from one of my buddies as well, and clean up the paint as much as I can and see if we can get some of the scratches out of it that are in it. I don't know if they're just in the clear coat and we can get it buffed out or not, but see what we can do. So that's the plans. We'll be back over there, get some work done here real soon, and hopefully we have more progress than just me talking and showing you guys parts that I got out of bins that came with the car. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay around for more. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.